Hi guys, this is Mauro. I'm gonna talk about how to add spin and balance to your shot. I did a video on the forehand and the backhand where I talk a little bit about keeping the head still, and keeping your feet on the ground. Well, those two things are gonna help you a lot on that. But first, let's go to the spin. On the forehand, a very important thing is you wanna create that whip feeling. So you want to relax the arm, guys. When you swing on both sides, any shot, you have to feel the weight of your racket. If you're choking the grip, that means you're killing it. You're not gonna generate pace. You're not gonna generate enough power, and more important, you're not gonna generate spin. Because for a spin, we need that whip. The arm, the whole body has to feel more like like it's really relaxed instead of feeling stiff. So one thing you can do in the forehand when you bring for a spin is when you bring that racket back, if you point a little bit that way, see, like Nadal does, like Dominic Thiem does, see, they do that, and when you do this thing, it generates ready and go. That is gonna help you generate spin. All right. Another thing you can do is when you swing, the arm extended is it can help, but that's gonna help you mostly with power. So you seen the Jack Sock forehand that he brings that elbow a little bit to the front. Well, that's gonna help you generate a little bit of spin as well. Well, that's gonna help you a lot generate spin. And another thing, the grip. If you have the fingers separated, that can help you keep it together like Ferrer. That's gonna generate a lot of spin. Why? Because you're creating that angle. See? That's what you wanna do. That's gonna help you too. Another thing is, you see the ball coming, and you wanna make sure that you have that racket, that your racket is gonna drop at least 1 foot below the level of the ball. So that ball is gonna come, and you wanna feel that racket, see, in this position, coming from under the ball, hit. And when you hit, you don't want to bring the arm and the racket together. You want to let that tip of the racket coming first. You loosen up the wrist, it comes first, and then we go with the elbow, guys. Down, you want to feel that part coming around. You kind of slow down a little bit the arm, let it come around, and elbow. Backhand, same thing. One hand or two hands, bring that racket below the level of the ball, okay? It comes, contact, look at the arm, look at the angle of my arm and the racket. Either you're two-handed or one-handed, guys. You don't want to go this way. This is very important, that angle. Get that ball behind you, okay? Dragging the tip of the racket, you gotta snap. One-handed or two-handed, you gotta snap. And after contact, loosen up. You want to loosen up the wrist and let that tip of the racket come around and bring it here. Pay attention, pay attention. If you're one-handed, guys, pay attention to that extension of the racket. If you finish here and you finish here, there is a huge difference, guys. This is gonna generate more spin. This is your standing. This is your stopping the grip there, kinda. You can go really short and stop. That feels natural. But if you go around, that's gonna feel more natural. It's gonna generate more spin. Just this little part from here to here is gonna help a lot to generate spin. Another thing that you wanna do, guys, is you wanna make sure your grip is the right grip. You don't wanna have that racket, coming too open. You gotta make contact, and the grip is kind of closed there. Contact, okay, with the racket. Bring it around. Either one hand or two hands. Pay attention. Two-handed, pay attention after contact. What you do after contact, all the way here, guys. For the balance, guys, the head and your feet, they freeze at contact. Look at the videos of Federer and players, when you're playing points. When they're rallying, unless they have to hit on the run, they're moving and they're keeping feet on the ground there when they swing. Here, coming. Backhand, settle down. Forehand, running, settle down. Okay? You're gonna jump if you wanna move forward towards the ball and be aggressive. But unless you wanna do that, or you're on the run to the sides, settle down and keep your head from the waist down. I freeze, my feet doesn't move here or here, and my head stays in place. You're gonna end up looking at the background for a split second, and that's gonna help you look at the ball and make solid contact on both sides. Start focusing, pay attention how you finish, just to start. Everybody, one hand, two hand, here. Pay attention how you finish, how you start, how you finish, and freeze at the moment you swing. Freeze here, freeze here, the head and the hips. Forehand, swing, I freeze from the hips down, and my head. I'm focusing more on making solid contact with the center of my strings, guys. Don't worry where the shot is going. Focus more on making solid contact, and you're gonna notice that you're gonna have more balance. You're gonna put more power, more spin, and it's your shot. You're gonna be more consistent. So you can do those things, guys. And one last tip: always relax. Remember, it's very important. You wanna feel the weight of your racket. You want to feel that. That means you're relaxed. You're going to be able to hit anything that comes. Okay, relax and relax your grip. That's going to help you react quickly to shots from one side to another. One last thing that it will help you, guys: add spin on your two-handed backhand. This is extremely important. The way you prepare as well on the forehand side, you can go this way, racket standing, but facing that way. You can even lean forward a little bit, and that's gonna help you create a whip. On the backhand, when you bring it back, you wanna bring the racket standing too. You don't want it close down here, because you're not gonna generate enough spin from here to here. So you bring that shoulder to the front, and you get that racket kind of pointing up, okay? And when you bring it forward, guys, it's gonna drop, and you gotta feel this part here. See, this is what's gonna help you generate that whip, that snap for the backhand. On the forehand, if you think about on the forehand, we hit like that, okay? We go like this. So the backhand is like a lefty's forehand, so it's gotta come this way too. And it's gonna generate the same thing that we do on the forehand. That's why we wanna do that. Be careful going too straight, because you're just gonna generate pace here. Snap. You gotta bring that wrist to the, bring that butt cap to the front. And when that grip goes beyond your body, guys, that's when you're gonna make contact. Don't open that racket too early, because you're not gonna be able to generate that spin. You wanna hold it, and in front of you, you snap. Not too early, okay? All right, guys, I hope it helps, and I'll see you next time.